Hi everyone, my name is Timmy. Today we are going to be talking about the the major strategies of wealth creation, which includes earning or making money, managing money, and multiplying money. These are the three strategies that will help you to build your wealth, to build long-lasting wealth, to serve you, and even to be able to you'll be able to pass on to your generations to come. So first of all, we talk about earning money. What does it mean to earn money? How do we earn money? Earn money comes from either your job, it can be your 9 to 5 job, it can be your business. Any money can come from affiliate marketing, selling other people's products. It can be from digital marketing of probably your product, creating ebooks and all other digital products. It can be from drop shipping. You can drop ship from either Shopify, Amazon, or you can also dropship from maybe Etsy. We have all these different platforms that makes you to dropship. Then you can also earn money from selling maybe your products or your goods that you don't need, maybe on eBay. We have so many of these platforms that helps you to have access to selling all these goods that you don't need, either your shoes, your clothes. And you can also earn money from selling all the maybe your garage sales and even things that you have that you probably think that maybe you don't need and all that. You can earn money from them selling either a second car or selling either any luxury item that you don't need. You can earn money from that. Then we move on to the second one in wealth creation. The second strategy is managing money. How do we manage our money? We talk about this talks about spending of your money, the way you spend your money, the way you track your funds, the way you budget. We always talk about budgeting. Budgeting means that you have to map out how you're going to spend your money even before the money comes, so that when the money comes, it won't be like it's just going in every direction. You budget for your money. There's also a conscious spending in which you map out, okay, how much is going into this, how much is going into that, how much is going into food, how much is going into clothing, how much is going into my fixed expenditure, how much is going into my savings, how much is going into my expenses, how much is going into even making me look good, or spending, or for my vacation, or for my wedding, or for birthdays and all that how much is actually going into that. That's conscious spending. We can also track our funds, making sure that this funds you actually you work so hard to earn your money. So tracking it is actually a very sensible thing to do. So tracking where your money is going, you can do that by printing your statement so that it can guide you into how you are going to spend your money and be able to manage your funds. How else do we manage funds? Either by buying things that that can last you a long time, instead of buying trends or buying things that are in vogue. Buy quality things that is going to last you a long while, and you're going to use over time. I can also use with different other things. Like, okay, this particular thing that is trending now, so what if it stops trending? So what happens? It's a loss for you. So managing your money is through spending less than you earn. It's very important that you spend lesser than you earn. Cut your clothes according to your clothes. It used to be according to your size. Well, your size can actually be bigger than your clothes now, so you have to cut your clothes according to your size. Spend lesser than you earn, because your future is actually ahead of you, and the earlier you start investing, the better. Albert Einstein says that compound interest is the eighth wonder of interest. Only compound interest only works when you save for a longer time, when you invest for a very long time. So the earlier the better that you start saving and investing, the better the return on your investment. Then also, you cut down on major expenses, cut down on unusual or unnecessary subscriptions, like subscriptions that you are just paying in month out, but you're actually not using it, or probably is even wasting your time. It's very, very important that you manage money, because the truth is that it's not that what you are earning is actually small. It's only that most times how we manage the funds that are coming to us, it's most important, seriously speaking. Because what you are earning, if you look at it, okay, the money that I'm earning right now, can it sustain me if I continue to stay in the house in which I'm staying? Probably what I'm earning, if you want to take out rent from what I'm earning or take out my mortgage, it's going to be like maybe 75% of what I'm earning. That means that where you are staying, it cannot even fit into your pocket. So you look for the size that fits into your pocket. Then you look at your food, look at the major expenses. If the car if you have a car that's actually taking a toll on your expenses, you look at it. Can I get a smaller car to be able to make sure that I actually get from point A to point B, but at the same time I can afford it? I can afford the gas, I can afford the insurance, I can afford the tax. Car comes in different sizes, so you actually also look at that. Can I really afford this car? Can I really afford this house? It doesn't mean I'm going to sleep outside, but we still have some decent houses that you can still afford. Doesn't mean you have to. We call something decade of sacrifice. The sacrifice you're going to make now It's going to help you for your future. It's not as if you're going to be in that particular state of, oh, I don't want to spend money, I don't want to waste money forever. It's just for you to be able to save more for the time being that you might probably not be able to work again, or for the time that you might probably not be able to, you give your investment a lot. It will give your investment a very long time for it to invest, for it to compound, for the investment, the return on investment to come in and to roll over and to roll over and to roll over. Very important. Also, we manage. Also, another way of also managing your funds is to pay up your debt. This might look so cumbersome, like how am I going to pay up my debt? How am I going to pay up my mortgage? Put mortgage aside. Let's look at other debt. We have the snowball effect, that in which maybe you are paying small, you are paying, you pay the smaller debt first, then you clear off the bigger debt and all that. We have avalanche also, we have snowball. You can look at the one that pays you most. Am I going to pay off the smaller debt first? Because there's this feeling that comes when you pay up your smaller debt, like, oh, I'm relieved, and it makes it look, it gives your mind, it gives your mental sense, the sense that, okay, I'm making progress, I'm making progress. And some people, it could be that, okay, I want to pay off the big debts first because they are accruing bigger interest and all that. So whichever one works for you. But the major thing is that you have to pay off your debt as quickly as possible, because there's no progress you can make. There's no significant progress in which you can make if you are still servicing your debt and all that. It's just like you're just walking into a hole. You're trying so much to get out of this. There's not so much progress you can make with so much debt. So the first and foremost is for you to get out of debt as quickly as possible. Give yourself time. It's going to be 5 years, 7 years. You want to manage this debt and get out of it, just do it so that you can face your investment and be able to get it on go. Save on big expenses that you have. You have major birthdays ahead. You have your wedding ahead. You have a vacation ahead. You want to buy a car. You want to buy a house. Save towards it. It won't come as a surprise. Or probably your wife is pregnant, and pregnancy is 9 months. It's not at the 9th month that you're running out of skelter looking for credit here and there for how to deliver and all that. Something that you should have prepared over time. So that's how it is. Also, save for major expenses. Then also avoid living on credit as much as possible. Avoid living on credit. I don't care, no matter what anybody is saying about credit cards. What the major thing is that I don't like credit whatsoever, guys, and whatsoever. I don't know what works for you, but as much as possible, try and live within your means. And cut your expenses as much as possible. Look at your expenses. What are the things that are actually taking a toll on my expenses? What are the things that are actually taking a toll on my money? All these things, because actually the managing of the money is the major thing, sincerely speaking, because the way you manage your money is going to lead to the way it's going to give you the output on which you're going to use to multiply your money. If you are not managing resources that come to you, it doesn't matter how much. The truth is that it's not even how much you are earning, because we have some people that are earning probably £500, 500,000, and they are doing better than people that are earning £20,000. Sincerely speaking, that's the truth of the matter. It's not about the how much. It's about how do I even manage these little resources that is coming to me. How do I make it bigger? Then we now move on to the multiplying of the money. How do I multiply my money? You can only multiply by investment. You have the real estate investment. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in government bonds. You can invest in mutual funds. You can invest in stocks and shares. You can invest in real estate, stocks and shares. You can invest in government bonds. You can invest in fixed deposits. You can invest in commodities, precious metals, whether it's gold, silver, or whatever the precious tools you want to invest in. You can invest in commodities. You can invest in stuffs, buying and selling of things. Investing in real estate, government bonds, treasury bills. We have the low risk. You can diversify your investment in such a way that, okay, we have some are in the low risk, some are in the medium risk, some are in the higher risk, like cryptocurrencies. As much as you can take, just make sure that the money is being multiplied. The money is being multiplied, and as the money is being multiplied, you're also managing it. So make sure that you're able to retain it, you're able to expand it, you're able to grow it. So of all these three things, I don't know which one you are doing right now. Earning of money, the money that you are earning, are you managing it? And the one you are managing, are you multiplying it? See you in the next video. Thank you.